This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today it's all about the dice. They're gonna be falling down levels, trying to get some points. It's kind of like if dice meets shuffleboard. Today we're gonna be looking at the new version of Tumblin dice, the 2017 version from Eagle Gryphon Games. Huge box here, lots of stuff in here, big pieces of wood. So let me show you how it's played and I'll see you on the other side. Now, in order to get everything to fit in the box, you'll need to do a little bit of assembly each time you pull it out, and that's taking these wooden pieces and flipping these over and placing them in there. Different sizes go on the different numbered items, so you will have to do some assembly here to put the game together. But once it's put together, it will look something like this. It starts at one level, it continues to go down to the other levels. And from looking at this at the board level, you can see how it goes up different levels. You can see what those wooden dowels that I showed you that you put together do. It just rises each level to the right length, so it's all downhill. Each player takes 4 dice of the color of their choice when playing the game. Then each player will be taking 1 die and shooting it down to try to get some points in player order. So there's 1 of 3 ways to do this. You can either flick the die off this, you can bounce it off this, or you can slide it off this. So for example, I could just take this and flip it up. Now because it landed on 5 and it's on the ×1 level, this is worth 5 points as of now. If it had landed here, it'd be worth 10 points, 5 times 2. Here, 5 times 3, and here times 5 times 4. Whatever it is, times the number is how much it's worth. It would then go to the next player's turn. Now that player might just try to score something down low, or they might even try to knock the red one out. As they tried to, but they missed, but now they have 6 points. And one at a time, people are trying to launch the dice to get points and try to possibly get rid of the dice that are there. Once everyone's gone in succession, all the dice have been shot, then essentially we just add up all the points as I showed you, and then you tally those points up on a pad. You then gain all the dice back and start a new round. Whoever's in first place goes first, and then go down second place, third place, fourth place. So whoever's in last place gets to go last. You do this for 4 rounds. Whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. All right, there's Tumblin dice. Now, I remember going camping every summer. We would play shuffleboard till the cows came home. I mean, we loved playing shuffleboard, and this sort of is like dice chucking, dice throwing, dice flicking meets shuffleboard. So there's a lot of things I like about this. Number one, it looks great on the table. It's big, it's bulky, but it just looks cool set up. If you're setting this up at a party, it's gonna get some attention right away. People are like, oh, what is this thing? And you show them that's like shuffleboard, and everybody instantly kind of gets that. So it's super easy to teach. I mean, literally, you're like, hey, flick the die or roll it or slide it. Face value times the level, you can knock other people off. After you're done, we just have the points, 4 rounds, who wins. I mean, you can teach the game in 10 seconds, seriously. So this is really good for icebreakers. It's really good for parties when there's not a lot of people around. It's great for like a vacation home or summer home or a big party where you know it's going to be sort of like an event type of thing. You can easily run tournaments with this, and it's so easy to teach. And so that's really what I like about this. It stands out on the table, easy to teach, like shuffleboard. You can have tournaments, and it's just fun. It's sort of brainless fun, but it's fun to just watch around. And a lot of people, you'll hear a lot of eruptions while this is being played, as someone knocks somebody's, 6 times forward, 24-point die off the back. It's fun. So is there anything that I don't like about it? Well, you got to know that the game is expensive. It's huge. It's got a lot of wood, and it's expensive. It's about $90 retail, so no, it's an expensive game. At Miniature Market, it's $72, but it's still expensive for a game, but it's a big pieces of wood there. It does take up a lot of shelf space. The box is big. It takes up a large piece of shelf space. Granted, it's not too tall, but it is pretty big and bulky. The other thing is you do pretty much have to take the thing apart to really get it to fit in the box well without it like sort of, if you want it to really shut, you got to take the pieces out, which isn't that big a deal. I mean, it still only takes about 5 minutes to put the thing together, but just be known that you're gonna have to take some time to put the thing together. Probably no more than setting up any other board game, but just be known, you're not just going to pull it out and just go right away. It's going to take a few minutes to set the thing up. But those are only the negatives that I see about it. But overall, if you've got the extra money, since it is an expensive game, and you're looking to bring sort of that family together around a beer and pretzels type of thing, similar to like say when you play cornhole or different games like that, this is in that line. Great for party games, and because I have so many parties, I'm going to be keeping this in my gaming collection. So Tumblin Dice, let's add you to the collection with a saxophone serenade.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter, making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.